What is up, YouTube knife community? Back again. Today we have some mods to go over. We've got 5 knives here for 4 different people, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna tear right into it. First up is gonna be a Buck Mini Spitfire, and it goes to a guy named Brian. I've only spoken with him through email, so I don't know about Instagram or anything like that. I don't. I'm not familiar with this model at all, but it is probably one of the, I don't know, more premium knives because it's an S30V, and it's got the Boss heat treat and all that good stuff. Aluminum. I think this one's got a deep carry Benchmade clip on it. But what I did was, this hole was kind of like that, it was just like a elongated rectangle kind of hole, and I turned it into like this bird looking hole here, and it had a choil, like a sharpening choil, and the guy wanted a finger choil, so it feels good now, a good little small lightweight knife. Comes down to a pretty thin edge and all that good stuff, but yeah, that's the work I did to it. I turned it into a bird hole instead of the hole that it had. If you're not familiar with the Spitfire, you can look it up real quick and see, what the hole looked like before I got started. So there's that one. Thanks for the business, Brian. Hope you watch this. Hope you see it, and I hope you enjoy your knife. Thanks again for the business. And next up, this guy ordered or sent me 2 knives to mod. This is his Instagram name. That's exactly how he says it. So here's your knives, brother. First up is a Spyderco Tenacious, and we did the acid etch, stone wash, and a mirror edge on it. Acid etch and stone wash the clip. Heat anode all the hardware and the barrel spacers. Did the liners and all that stuff as well. This knife came out pretty sick. I like the way it came out. He does carry tip down. That's how these 2 knives came, so that's how I'm sending them back. Good action for a Tenacious, I think. I really like the way this came out. The stonewash and acid etch took really well with this knife. Definitely like the way it came out. So there is your Tenacious. Next up is a Rat 1 and D2 for the same guy. And this here's what we got. Acid etch, stonewashed blade, mirrored edge, if I can get it to focus. There we go. This had OD green scales, so we left them alone. We acid etched and stonewashed the liners, heat net on the barrel spacers, acid etched, stonewashed the clip, and of course the Spidey hole and the finger tool. These knives feel great with the choil and the hole like that. I love them so much better like that. Next up is another Spidey Rat, and this one comes from Ray Cash 309 on Instagram. My good buddy Steve. It's been me and him's made several deals in the past few months. Great guy, excellent to deal with. And this has a set of micarta scales, as you can see right here. And this is where you can find those if you're interested in them. That is the guy's Instagram name where you can find the scales. So, Steve, here comes your knife, brother. Yeah, here it is. Acid etch and stonewash the blade. You got a mirror edge. Here's your scales. They look sick on here. Heat anodized the barrel spacers. Did the clip. I'll show you about these scales real quick. Everything is fantastic. They feel good, all that good stuff. I just want to point out one thing. If you see, they do stand just fuzz proud of the liners there, as you can see. They're not 100% perfect, but I think that he sells them pretty cheap, Be a set of scales that you could get, and you can knock down that a little bit if you wanted to, if it bothered you. If you didn't, just rock with it. I think maybe there's like 35 or 40 bucks. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure, but if you get them cheap enough, that would be an easy enough fix. It wouldn't take long to knock those corners down a little bit, but there's that one. Very nice Spidey rat. I really love the way that came out. That's one of my favorite ones I've done so far, and I think it has something to do with those micarta scales. And next up is a Mannix, and this one comes from my good buddy Scott. That's his Instagram name right there. Here comes your knife, buddy. Okay, so he sent me a S110V lightweight and S30V G10. If you go back a few videos, I did an unboxing, and it had a Hogue and a Benchmade and a couple others in it, and it had these two Mannixes in it. So what I did is I took the two Mannixes and built him one. This is the S30V frame with the S110 blade in it. See if I can show it. You can barely see it. Probably not going to show. But this is the S110 blade. Everything about this knife came out smooth as silk. I put a ceramic ball in instead of the steel ball there. You can find those online. So heat anodized all the hardware. Put an MXG clip on it. Heat anodized it for him. But yeah, everything about this knife is smoking hot. The one thing that happened that I didn't like, and it's kind of like, you know, you have really no control over this. It happens sometimes and sometimes it don't. Part of the spider came off. Sometimes all the spider comes off. Sometimes all of it stays. And sometimes this happens. But, you know, I don't think it takes away from the overall look. I left this edge just a little more coarse. S110V is a high carbide steel. It'll perform a lot better that way. So there is your Mannix, Mr. Scott. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you dig it. I have enjoyed working on it for you. So yeah, that's it for this video. There's all your guys' knives. I want to say thank you, every one of you, for your business. Thanks to all the subscribers for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hit that like button. Let me know what you think about these mods down there in the comment section. And if you need to get a hold of me for mod work, this is how you do it. Again, thanks. And I'll see you guys on the next one.